para ser feliz. Iba andando por el mundo buscando un amor profundo.
TMC Magic the Hound on 95.9 FM, a Lopez broadcasting station, proudly presents the most listened to weekend radio show in South Texas, The Mandate.
Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Grab the coffee, light the cigar. It's time for the mandate. Alarm clock buzzing, but we already wake. Boots on the floor, got a full pot to make. Sun coming up on a Texas sky. Grill still smoking from last night's fry. Talk about fish and talk about wood. Stories get bigger like they always should. Handshakes firm and laughter loud. Just good men making their mamas proud. No drama, no fake, no shade. Just brothers showing up unafraid is the mandate. Pull up a chair, fire in a pit, and smoke in the air. Coffee first, then bourbon later. Life gets better when you're with your neighbor. From the job site grind to the hunting ground. Real talk rolling that good old sound. We ain't perfect, but we stand up straight. Saturday morning on a mandate. Knives on the table, wood shavings fall. That new baton shining on.
Good morning. It is 9:02. What a beautiful day. Had some good rain a couple of days ago. And, of course, it comes along with the 500-degree heat index.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Rob.
And we have Michelle. And introduce yourself, sir.
Israel Perez.
Oh,
You
right
got
up on that
right
mic,
up on
sir.
the microphone.
Israel Perez.
There
Israel
you
Perez.
go, Israel.
Thank you for everyone for joining us this morning, this glorious Saturday morning. This is a Saturday that the Lord has made for us.
Absolutely.
Thank you for the Lopez Broadcasting family for letting us have this hour. And Emilio, ¿cómo que Emilio? Lilo. Yeah. Emilio, I was listening to some Emilio Nevada before I came over here. That's what I was thinking about.
The original barbecue king.
No. Oh, Lilo, maybe.
Lilo.
Lilo, but not
Yeah,
Emilio.
see, he's a traditional barbecuist.
Yeah.
What's this? We'll get a comment. Pellet stove.
Pellet stoves, propane.
What is that? I sell propane and propane accessories.
No. This is the voice. I sell propane and propane accessories.
No.
That boy ain't right. Next.
I sell propane and propane accessories.
Where's El Chacal when you need him?
I know, right? El Chacado. Heck, we need even some El Chavo de Ocho on this one.
Okay, now for the Spanish impaired.
That's just
Hello.
That's just a character.
Oh, okay.
That's just a character. That's all that is. That's like, well, almost. He goes, woo, 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 woo.
Oh, okay.
Kind of. So today on Where You At, Adam, we're going to talk about basically, let me pull up my notes here. A passive man creates a hard generation.
Right.
And not hard as in tough hard as in
Tough times.
Tough times. So there's a saying out there that says, tough men make easy times make weak men make tough times.
That's right.
So let's look at Joshua chapter 1, verses 9. Have I not commanded you? So if he says that, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not tremble or be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go.
Do not be afraid.
Do not be afraid. There are so many references in the Bible that says, fear not, for I am the Lord. I think that is the most commanded command out there is fear not. And the way I tie that into a passive man, because a passive man to me is afraid to get out there and do stuff, to get out there and be somebody, get out there and make a difference.
Well, it's so much nicer in the air conditioning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
I'm not going to lie. I'll go out there until it gets too dadgum hot.
I just put AC in my garage. I know exactly how nice it is.
I
with
can't AC my garage. It's too big.
Yeah. I got a little bitty garage.
Yeah.
But too many guys out there are just afraid to go out there and be a man.
The size of the garage does not define the man.
No, it does not. It's not the size that count. It's the tools in the garage.
That's right. That's right.
So, back to Jesus. Y'all need Jesus. I've got a shirt that says that.
You need some Jesus in your life.
The point is, don't be afraid to go take some action.
Make some mistakes.
Make some mistakes. The best way to learn is by making mistakes, because then
Absolutely.
you learn what not to do. You learn what does not work.
That's why divorces are so expensive.
That's why they're so expensive. Oh, trust me, I know. How much have I paid?
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Too
Clo-
much.
About $250,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. Cheaper to keep her.
No.
No, yeah. But either way, go out there. We're commanded to fear not. We're commanded to be courageous, to be strong. Don't be a passive guy. Don't be one of these guys that lets the world pass you by while you sit back and do nothing. When you
Absolutely.
stand still, the world moves forward and leaves you
stagnate.
behind.
Water sitting still stagnates.
And you get left behind.
You know, I used to have a college professor that said, you're never going to get hit unless you stick your head out.
And you're never going to hit a ball unless you stick your bat out.
That's it. That's it. You got to get out there and get to moving. Don't be that guy. In the oil patch, they have that saying, don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Right?
Because
Don't be the guy that shows up late.
The
Don't
blister.
be the guy that, yes. The one who shows up after all the work's done. That's, you be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem.
Mm-hmm. Be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. Great way to put that.
One thing I've always prided myself in is I'm the guy that guys come to that go, hey, I got this problem. How do I get out of it? I got this dishwasher that's not working. I got this, garbage disposal that needs to be replaced. How do I do it? So Brent Carter's mom called me the other day. Her chair wasn't working. I fixed it while we were on the phone. I told her how to do it. So she thinks I'm amazing.
Oh, geez.
At least there's one
We'll
in
let her
town.
think.
Yeah, we
Right up on it, Michelle.
We'll let her keep thinking that.
Yeah. Whoa, I'm loud now.
Hang on. Let me turn
Loud.
Michelle up. There you go.
There you go.
Try it.
How about now?
Yeah,
There you
you're
go.
good.
Man, I hear enough of her at home. Why'd you got to turn it up some more?
Remember where
You're
you're
going to hear more on the way home, too.
Didn't I just say be courageous? That was very courageous of
Yeah,
me.
no, there's a fine line between courageous and stupid.
He
There-
teeters more to the stupid side, but
There's a word that I don't know if we can say that in Spanish, but it starts with the word pin, and I can't say the rest of the word.
Daco?
Well, the last part rhymes with Yahoo. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No.
No. No. No.
All right, so we've started off with the good morning and where you at, Adam. So we need to stop for just a second and raise a cup.
Yes, sir.
Raise your brew.
Un
and
cafecito.
Say good morning to the day. Good coffee break.
Good morning.
I got to find the opening. There it is.
Well, that's some good coffee. That's that stuff from Greek.
This is that Mexican Bustelo
That
coffee.
was good. And I don't like black coffee.
Yep. Oh, that's all I drink. Black coffee. I'm not going to mess up good coffee. All that sugar.
Well, I don't put sugar
Now,
in
I
it.
will tell you this. When I was in Argentina, they drink something called mate. You know what? I'm going to get us some mate.
Some mate.
Yep. M-A-T-A. Mate.
It sounds almost like kumate.
They take a gourd and they hollow it out.
Uh-huh.
And then they put like a resin on the inside of it so it doesn't soak up the gourd.
Mm-hmm.
And then it looks like alfalfa. And they shove it in this gourd. And then they put lots of sugar on top of it. And they put hot water on top of it. And let it steep for a few minutes. And then stick a straw in it and drink it. Let me tell you something. There's so much caffeine in mate.
But I'm trying to keep my sugar down.
Energizer Bunny that day. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep my sugar down, which, by the way, my A1C is about half of what it used to be, so awesome.
That's awesome.
Great. That's great.
Yep.
Yes.
Mine's down a little bit too, so that's pretty cool. The
So-
VA is very happy with my
Yeah.
my blood sugar.
Oh, yeah.
The wife, not so much. So
I'm sure there's a lot she's not happy with.
yeah, well, she's an RN, so there's a lot of. She gets up in the morning and assesses me.
Well, if your sugar's too low, just have her stir your coffee with her finger.
Oh, absolutely.
She is the sweetest.
Yeah,
She
Linda's
is.
the best. Yep.
I mean, she's with you, so.
She is definitely a very strong woman.
She gotta be, man.
Yep. Yep. I am an entity to be dealt with.
Oh, we know.
Yes.
Entity?
But
Out of all the words you picked, entity?
entity to be dealt with.
Wow.
I mean, he's
Yep.
not lying.
I mean, well,
He's not lying.
we used to call ghosts entity.
Yes. Yes. Let me do roll call real quick.
Yes.
First, right off the bat, man, Stephanie Connie saw us kick on, and she's right there. She is our producer extraordinaire. So if you ever want a job, we'll pay you the same amount we get paid. Oh, actually, we'll pay you double.
Oh, yeah, we can double it.
Pat Strauss, Mark Kurtz.
What up, Mark?
And Mark Kurtz says, don't be a blister.
Don't be a blister.
That's right. Don't be that guy. So what do you got on top of that?
So we got Texas Man up next.
Yeah, let's roll with Texas.
This
man.
one happened in Full Shear. You know where that is? Right near Houston?
What's the name of the town?
Full Shear?
I've never seen that or heard of that.
Well, you probably you don't find it on the way. So Houston's here.
You're on radio, dude.
Yeah, no. I'm for the people on people on Facebook. People on Facebook can see this. Houston's here. Then to the right, you have your Friendswood, Webster, and all those. You have down south a little bit. You have Alvin, where I used to live, and then you have Sugarland and Highway
where that's
6.
at.
Highway 6 is there. It's right along Highway 6. So this one isn't necessarily something that a guy did, but it's something that a guy happened to him. Look at this picture. For those of y'all on the radio, you can't see that
Oh
picture.
yeah, big old alligator.
This guy opened up his door and found a big old 8-footer.
Mama, that's a big one.
That's a big one. Right there in Full Shear. And the reason why I brought that up, because I saw that, and it reminded me of my own instance. Because for a while there, do you remember when I lived in that RV? I did the RV living thing.
Right.
I stayed at a resort that had a lake. And I remember looking there, just seeing a pair of eyes just floating along, looking at me. I'm like, okay, so now I know. And my rig was right there by the lake. So I'm like, okay,
Absolutely.
your best spot. I had the best spot. And it was right there by the Wi-Fi tower, too. I was great. And I didn't even have to pay a mortgage. But pretty soon, at night, I would walk out, and I had my flashlight all the time. And I would see those two pairs of eyes, and then a bunch of little eyes.
Uh-oh, she had puppies.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yep.
So then, one December night, the kids came over, and they loved it too because it was always going out camping for them.
Yep.
But they had to get picked up. Had a major family emergency that happened, and they had to get picked up. Their mom came to pick them up. While we were there, waiting for her, we were walking, just right there in the front, like my front porch, front yard area, and my son got a little close to the lake.
Uh-oh.
Big old splash. I had to pull him back real quick. And he's like, what happened? What happened? I'm like, you didn't hear that?
Have you ever been to that place that's down there by on the way to Rockport? What is that town that's on the left there? They got the natural.
Aransas Pass?
Yeah, so it's before Aransas Pass, but it's
Fulton?
No, it's before Fulton.
Before Fulton.
On 35. But anyways, they have a wildlife reserve down there,
Yep.
and that's where you can go look at the whooping cranes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sign up there that says, in the South Texas Gulf Coast, no matter where you are, you're 5 feet from an alligator.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how it was in Florida, too.
Yeah.
Like, I had a dinner at this one place at it was a lake or a swamp or something, but there's water there. And we were on a deck that they built, real nice looking, real nice setting. And there's big old signs, do not feed the alligators. The alligators would come up and just chill there, right by the deck.
Yeah. I mean, Me doing the endangered species work all for the last 17, 20 years, that we've always had problems with alligators on location. And Texas Park and Wildlife got tired of coming out there and chasing them off and picking them up and relocating them. It doesn't matter if you relocate an alligator; they'll walk 50 miles to get back to your spot
and climb a fence.
Yeah, they'll climb a fence. Pat Strauss and I helped. I had a guy come over and pull an alligator out of my pond at Port O'Connor, and it was fun. He caught it with a lure.
Now I've seen a guy catch an alligator gar, and this and this
Almost
guy
said it again.
This guy's like, "Hey, check out the shark I caught," and he really thought it was a shark.
Yeah, well,
You had to go there, didn't
I had to go there. Yes.
Was it you?
No. No, absolutely not.
No.
All right, so let's tag into our guest here.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about yourself.
Well, my name is Israel Perez. I live here in Victoria, originally from Bloomington. I've been a barber for over 20 years. I started in 2001. My first barbershop I worked at was at Texas Made Fades with Bobby Medina and Roy DeHoyas. I worked there for some years. And then everybody started going off on their own. And I went off and started doing some other work because I had a couple of kids. And then when I came back to the barber world, my friend Roy had a shop open called King of Kings, and I went to go work with him, and I was there for a while, and then after that, it just went through some trials and tribulations, got custody of my children, and just kept moving from there.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah.
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 There's a lot of friends of mine that I either went to school with or met when I moved back from Odessa that are single fathers here in Victoria.
Yeah.
And Israel's one of them. The guy that just fixed Aubrey's car this past weekend, Ray Garza, he was another single father.
I was a single father.
And so there's a lot of them out there, and I give props to them because, women like to bash men that they're not around and they're not here, but Israel is one of the exceptions.
Johnny on the spot.
Yes.
Times are changing.
They are.
Yeah, it seems like you're seeing more now of the single fathers versus single mothers, and when I first became a single father, man, that first year was rough. It was really rough.
Yeah, they've got a lot of psychological crap going.
Well, I mean, at that time it was rough for me because I got custody of them when they were 5 and 6 years old. At that time, I was working full-time King of Kings. I was going to Victoria College to get a business degree. And when I got custody of them, I was thinking I can do it all. And I found out real quick that you can't do it all.
No.
And I'm talking about having to keep house, cooking breakfast, dinner when they come home, homework, and then have to wash clothes and then do my homework. And sometimes I wouldn't go to sleep till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Absolutely.
And I ain't going to lie, man, it was really rough. Right? And I can say this as a man with all confidence, man. I remember one time I went into the restroom and I sat there and I cried, like, how can I do this? My mom wasn't around anymore. She had passed away. And I was like, just rough. Like, it was one of those times where you just wanted your mom,
Well, do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have siblings, but they lived out of town and stuff. But really, to be honest with you, man, if it wasn't for my aunts on my mom's side and my girl cousins on my mom's side, I wouldn't have made it. They came in and showed me how it was done. They showed me what a routine was like to get set down, and they were really rocks for me. You know what I mean? And I learned how to get it going. But I had to give up college, and just focus on them. You got to give up what you're pursuing for your kids.
Absolutely.
And that's what I did, and then just kept going from there.
Well, I've always advocated that aunts and uncles are just as important as the parents.
Mm-hmm. You have to have a village, man. You gotta have a village.
Yeah.
It does take a village.
Yeah.
Well, but you got to be careful. In every village there's a nut. So
yeah, I'm sitting next to one right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And that uncle will teach them more than they will learn anywhere else, because that crazy uncle will let them do things that the parents will probably turn their nose away from.
Well, with us, we have the
on
cousins.
top of that, keep
we have
them
the
safe.
cousins, not the uncles.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had some uncles that were the ones that got me in more trouble. But when I say trouble, I'm talking about doing ornery stuff. First sip of whiskey type of stuff.
No, I got to give it to my uncle. My uncle is probably like the best uncle in the world, like ever. Cool cat, man. He Purple Heart. I think he's got a Silver Star too.
Yeah.
Vietnam vet.
Good guy.
But aside from that, he's a really big inspiration for me for one of my biggest loves aside from family and God.
Wrestling?
Music.
Oh.
Dude had the biggest pockets ever on a bass player. He can just lay down a groove. And guitar player and sing. And my dad could play guitar too, and he could sing too. But it was my uncle that did it for me. And
Right.
and because of him is why I got into band in 6th grade and kept on. And I'm still banging on stuff now. I asked you to.
You stand at the dadgum cashier paying for your
Yes.
check and will
Yes.
roll out some juice.
It gets on my nerves.
It's called drummer's disease.
It does, because I mean we're sitting there and we're talking, and then it's all.
And
So I go put my hand.
Drummer's disease.
Yeah,
He's not he's not a lonely group. There.
it's chronic.
I wouldn't be surprised he has one of those symbols you buy off TikTok
Stop.
shop.
I'm going to.
There.
I'm going to.
Oh my!
I'm going to.
God.
It hooks onto.
Would that annoy you?
It hooks onto the
Hell yeah.
AC.
Oh,
vent.
it's so ordered.
Because he is now the passenger princess.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
And I love it. I love
And
it.
so, you know,
Andrew, I
when-
see an
when we
opening
were-
for a very, very good major way to make some money. We need to make a drum set that goes in the car, so when she's driving, it accentuates her driving skills.
The worse it is,
Driving through Houston,
my driving
lane
is-
change.
is amazing.
well, I mean, let me tell you, there was one of my favorite toys back in the 80s, and I don't know if y'all remember this, but it was called the Hit Sticks.
yes.
It was
Yes.
a pair of drumsticks with the wire that came with a speaker that you
Yep.
put on your belt.
Yeah.
And you can play air drums,
Yep.
and it would sound out. That was one of my favorite toys growing up.
Hang on a second. Good morning. This is the Mandate. Who am we speaking to? Whoop! I hit it. Go. There we go. Good morning. This is the Mandate. Who are we speaking to?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
This is the Mandate.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
Hello?
Hello. You're on the air.
Yes, I can't hear you. I could barely hear you.
Are we? We should be on the air.
We're on the air. We can hear you just fine.
Yeah.
I could barely hear you. I can't
Are you talking about hear us on the phone or on the radio?
on the phone.
On the phone. Okay, we'll turn the phone up.
Got the phone all the way up, Bubba.
It's his phone.
Yep. It's got to be your phone, sir.
I was going to ask you. Yeah, you got to pick it up for the ancestors before they go away. And I put that thing when I got out here, and I said, "Well, that sounded good." It's like my wife will fix it on the dryer. We fix it, and then we fix it at the timer. I said, "What we do? We could do that ourselves." It works. Yeah. I'm a Bloomington. It works. If they don't pick it up from all the kids, they'll never learn. Got home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey,
I can't say I don't agree.
Yeah, especially
Whatever he says
learn
is true.
from the ancestors before they go away, because
He's got it. 'Cause I
you
can't
learn a
go.
lot of stuff from the old folks. Yeah.
You always.
Everything you're
I'm just
saying is
saying.
true.
You know, you're absolutely right. We
Yeah.
should not discount our old folk. There's a lot
Yeah.
of wisdom.
Of course.
I learned a lot.
Salute to that
I
man.
work in the oil field, and I was a sandblaster. Now I work over there at the ranch and Coral, and I learned a lot from my 87 years old man.
How old are
Yeah.
you now?
I'm 67,
67.
and I pick it up on a lot of old men. And I should twig trees and everything, cut trees. But the wash and dry is not that hard. All you got to do is just take the door off and change the bell. That's it.
Yes, sir.
The timer, you got to take it off, but you got to cut the breaker off. And that's it. And so maybe you could open up a shop on fixing dryers.
awesome.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we're going to continue on
Okay,
here.
bye-bye.
Thank you for
Thank
calling in. I appreciate you calling.
And anyone else who wants to call, we do accept calls as you hear from anybody. Give us a call, 361-575-9509. And while we're here, don't forget to go like, share, subscribe, share the show with everybody. that you have ever met, even the dogs. Share it with them because we're trying to build our social media.
Okay,
following.
so Stephanie's got a question.
I saw that.
My daughter's husband, they are here from Scotland, and he needs a haircut. So who do you recommend?
Here in Victoria?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good barbers, man. I really couldn't recommend,
I got a weed
there's so many. But I would say go to anybody at Texas Made Fades or King of Kings barbershops.
Kings?
Just because I've worked at those two barbershops.
The King of Kings, is that the one that's over there in the Old Getty's Pizza?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Michelle and I have great barbers.
Yeah, you just go to the bathroom and turn on the clippers.
Exactly. So I have a question for Israel.
Look like two
Yes.
So
doorknobs.
you're a single dad.
Yes.
You have a boy and a girl.
Mm-hmm.
What has been the hardest for you?
Oh, good question,
raising
Michelle.
a daughter as a single father.
Oh man, it's been rough because my daughter is a force to be reckoned with.
What age did you get her?
She is.
She was 5.
Oh boy.
You know, and so when she's very in Spanish we would say mandona, so she's bossy. And when my mom was alive, she used to call her Juana Gallo, like lady rooster.
Lady
you know,
rooster.
yes. But she's very toxic.
Toxic.
Yeah. Just say
now,
that.
Now I've watched over the years
so-
as he's,
The changes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes.
can't. I'm watched over, especially now that we have them on Live 360 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, where are you going? Who's there? What are you getting? I can't. She'll come home from school and check the trash can in the kitchen to make sure that I didn't eat nowhere without her.
Wow.
You know, and like, who's calling your phone? Let me see.
That's not toxic.
Oh, she's
That's
already
not
doing
toxic.
that.
Yeah.
That's not toxic. The actual term, it's similar to that, but it's toxica.
Yeah. She don't play.
That Latina in there.
She's the. You got to understand, she was the only girl in the house with me and my son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even my son was like, "Oh my God, Dad, why does she do this and why is that and why
That
do
is
you
genetics.
let her do this?" I was like, "Dude, she's the only girl in the house. You just got to shut up."
That's genetics.
Yeah.
And you
I
know,
mean, you watch all these guys on TikTok talking about being married to a Latina,
Yeah.
and it's like, it's crazy. They go through your phone. I would just walk in. If I was married to a Latina, I'd just hand her my phone, my wallet, my car keys,
Yeah.
and go get chipped.
but you know what? You know what though? When you look at the numbers, statistically, we are, of course, we're the majority minority, but people like to joke about stealing stuff, but we don't steal as much as any other population.
Nope.
We have a bigger family organization than any other population out there.
You'd be surprised how close Czech Bohemians are to the Hispanic community.
Well, we have the same music.
Absolutely. Well, don't get me started on it. I have a joke for that. But.
Oh, jeez. Except y'all don't have the grito. What's y'all's grito?
No, we have a grito.
What is it? No, yeah, what is it?
Well, it's kind of hard to do. With
Share the grito
you
with
got
me.
to do the
The
grito.
grito?
Yeah. Share
Well,
the
you
grito.
can't do it unless you got
No.
polka music going in the
No,
background.
no. Here we go. Here. That's my grito.
Yeah.
Now show me
Now,
yours.
I really don't want you to ever call me with that sound because I know you play with saws. Michelle, the other day I texted Michelle. I said, "You left him at home with table saws." He knows the rules.
Yep, I know the rules. And in fact, what did I tell you?
I don't want to do it when no one's around to come save me.
When they went to their grandparents' house, I didn't touch my tools. I told you this, right? Because I wanted to make sure that if something
Well,
happens,
I kind of jumped in your case too.
well, I did this before. I made that choice before you even did that. But when
Stephanie
nobody,
says she can do that.
when nobody is here or nobody's around me within like 5 minutes, I don't want to risk anything. And I've told them I treat all of my tools like a loaded weapon because to me they are. They've got the blades.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to be out there one day, then poop, there goes my finger. Now, great. Now I'm not going to play with my tools for about
Well,
5
not
minutes.
only that, but when you poop a finger off, you're diabetic. You have troubles healing. So that's a problem. But, okay, so you got your kids at 5 and
6.
5 and 6, so they're 1 year apart.
Yes.
And then how old are they now?
11 and 12. My son will be 13 this year in October.
Yep.
My kids, man, you can say they're day and night. Okay. My daughter's flamboyant and just
Out
loud you know, but she's very emotional and she's caring. She got knighted at school for empathy. You know?
Really? Good
Yes,
deal.
She's very caring when it comes to people. Sometimes we'll see people out, you know, asking for money as we see here in Victoria.
Yeah.
Dad, please give them. And I said, no, not that one. You know, I have to show her there's a difference.
Yeah,
you
his
know?
shoes are clean.
But my son, very quiet. He's a very great student in school. He's mastered a STAR test 3 years in a row.
Good deal.
Just very.
Now, let me
very,
tell you
very
something.
Smart,
I
man.
can tell we just met.
Yeah.
You and I have known each other a grand subtotal of about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And by me talking to you, I can tell you that they are emulating you.
Yeah.
You're passing on what they should know. And that makes you a good man.
Yeah.
So,
You know, it's just everybody has their backstory of how they grew up. You know, I have mine, and I just want it so much different from mine.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? There's a few generational curses I want to break, and want to be able to start my own generation of morals and standards and values
There you go.
that I want for my kids. You know, that
Where
they
do you
can
go to
pass
church
on.
at?
We go to Riverside and we go to Parkway.
I like Riverside.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, matter of fact, me and both of my kids were all baptized at Riverside.
I'm going to tell you something. That I used to live right around the corner from Riverside.
Yeah.
I mean, right there in that neighborhood.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I watched that church die. It was on its way out. Riverside walked into there, and it was like a breath of spring.
Yeah.
They have taken that church and absolutely brought Jesus in. Not to say that Jesus wasn't there, but
But it's also the new wine in the new wineskin.
yes,
Not the.
that you're absolutely right, Andrew.
Yep.
That pastor over there is on fire.
Yeah. Pastor Bobby's great. Also, Pastor Caleb.
Yeah.
You know, and we love it. My kids love to go there.
Yep.
You know, and my daughter especially, she's like, Daddy, I want to go serve, you know, this and that. And
Yep.
whenever I got baptized first over there, my daughter was like, Dad, I want to do it too. I was like, well, you need to understand this, not just something you go do.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I had to sit there and explain to her, when you're ready for it, you know, this is what you do. This is the commitment that you're making to God, you know. And when I sat there and explained to them both, my daughter was like, okay, I'm ready. And then I told my son, I'm not going to push you to do anything. You let me know when you're ready.
Right.
And I say it was about maybe a month of Sundays later.
Well,
and he
most of
came
the
up to
people that
me and he was like, hey, Dad, I'm ready.
Yeah.
And understand, my son, he's a man of few words. And he won't really let you know what's bothering him. Even like if he's hurting or if he's sick, he don't complain.
Yeah.
That when he complains, that's when I worry.
Yeah.
Like right now, he's got a poor boy. He's got a boot on his ankle. He broke his ankle. A day before we went to Fiesta, Texas, he had broke his ankle because you know the kids like to wear Crocs.
Yeah.
And poor thing, he's flat-footed. You know what I mean? And and he was running and he buckled his foot. He broke it where his growth plate is at. And I was like, dude, we can't go to Fiesta, Texas. He was like, no, Dad, please. I've been wanting to go. So here
Yeah.
I go. And I have a brother of mine. He's he's in a wheelchair because he has brittle bone disease. And so we went to borrow an old wheelchair from him. You know, and said, okay, well, I'm just going to try to make it work for you. You know what I mean? Hey, plus, I spent money on the tickets already.
Right,
So, you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
We're going to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here I go pushing them through Fiesta, Texas and stuff and try to get them on the ride, and they wouldn't let them on the ride, and then we couldn't go in the water, and I'm like, man, I don't know what else we can do. So let them play a few games, bought them some stuff, and then, you know, we had to come home, you know. But, you know, other than that, man, the kids, let me just say this one time, man. I salute any single mother who's out there doing it outright, working, taking care of your kids full time, you know, and still pursuing everything, man, because it's hard. I will always put that when I see a single mother doing the right thing, it's hard. Because
tough.
I've been
is.
I was in those shoes and I'm still in that now. But I'm gonna tell you right, I now understand why some women drink so much wine.
Absolutely.
You know, and you know what? Drink your wine, queen. Go ahead and do it. Get you a couple bottles, and when the kids go to sleep, down it. You know what I mean? Because I
Yeah.
understand. Hey, I understand it can get rough.
Absolutely.
And man, my son, man, he's cool and laid back most of the time. He won't even come out of his room because he's on his game, Fortnite, all that stuff. My daughter's like, Dad, what are we gonna do? I'm bored, and let's do this and let's do that. And she's been like that since she was little. Like I remember playing Barbie Tea Party with
boy.
pickle juice and hot Cheetos. You know what I mean? And my stomach was hurting, but hey, we was doing it.
Pickle juice and hot Cheetos.
I used to walk around with my toes painted for almost a month. You know what I mean? Because she wanted to paint my toes.
I remember
Nice.
I remember the first time he got her a pair of hoop earrings, and I was like, "Bro, you're in trouble." And I told him, I messaged him. I was like, "Man,
That's some chola earrings.
Is she
there.
drawing her eyebrows up high?
I was like, you're gonna be in a world of hurt."
She's like me, man. She loves the
bling.
the cortura of lowrider cortura.
Yeah.
You know, and we both like that. You know, she's a big fan of Selena. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big fan of Selena.
She's been in so many Selena lookalike contests. You know, and she sings. She loves to sing. She sings great. She's very talented. My daughter. She braids hair. She does makeup, and she's
she
only 11
sings?
years old. She's only 11 years old. She's great. She's already done some hair for some other little girls, box braids and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then she does makeup, like, you know, some other chola girls that do the clown makeup.
Yeah.
And one day she was in the room for a while. She came out. She was like, "Look, Dad," and she did it. And wow, it was so
Wow.
great. Like
Wow.
she's one of those kids that she sees something, she could pick up on it right away.
Clown makeup.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah, and so right now I'm focusing on her because my poor baby, she has dyslexia and a little bit of ADHD.
Well, you and I need to talk.
Yeah.
Okay?
And
Because I'm going to give you some insight on dyslexia.
Yeah.
Because I'm dyslexic.
yeah,
Horribly dyslexic.
All right.
I spent the first 13 years of my life contemplating dog.
Wow.
it's rough.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Israel Perez and the dog master over here. We got to make a little money. We're gonna take a little break real quick. Then we're gonna be back with Israel Perez on the second half, and we're gonna talk about some other commonalities that he and I may have too. So we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back.
Hey Victoria, it's C&T Liquidations. Looking for comfort, looking for style. We got the deals that'll make you smile. Sofas and mattresses all for less. Your dream home's waiting, come see the best. C&T, furniture for your family. 361-541-4179. 3607 North Navarro. Come on by. C&T, Victoria's place for quality. 361-541-4179. C&T Liquidations.
Yeah, that's CMT Liquidations. They've got furniture galore. You would love the place. Now, if you need your estate done, let's go to Estate-Wise.
Life is full of important moments and important decisions. When it comes to protecting your family, your assets, and your legacy, having the right legal guidance matters. At Estate-Wise Legal Group, LLP, we specialize in estate planning, probate, guardianship, and litigation. Whether you're planning for the future, navigating the loss of a loved one, or facing a legal dispute, we're here to help, and we're here to guide you every step of the way with clarity, compassion, and confidence. Call 361-573-0183 or visit www.estatewiselegal.com to schedule a consultation today. Estate-Wise Legal Group, LLP, protecting what matters most.
There we go. Estate-Wise, man, if you got an estate that you need to have probated or written, this is the guy. His wife is a realtor and a really great gal. So if you don't have an estate, you need to call Robbie over at Estate-Wise. So let's go back to our guest.
Yes.
So tell us what happened to you physically. Because you're sight impaired.
Yes. Well, to start off with, I was born premature, 4 months premature.
Oh, wow.
And I weighed 1.5 pounds when I was born. And back in the 80s, when they put you in the incubator, there was so much oxygen, which created vision problems for so many kids
Right.
at that time, because too much oxygen in the incubator would not
That's
allow
correct.
your vision to fully develop. Yeah. I grew up like that, man, just bad vision. You know, I had to wear thick glasses and stuff growing up. When I got older, you know, I ended up getting to when they had the glass contact lenses.
Yeah.
You know, so I started wearing those, you know, so to get away from the glasses.
Bet those felt lovely.
Man, those were rough, man. You had to put them on and take them off with a little suction cup and all kinds of stuff. And there was a gel that you had to put in so they can be between the eye and the contact. It was rough. I would say 3 years ago, I had left King of Kings to open up my own barbershop called The Clean Cut. It was right there on Wanlin where Margaret's Hair Design is at. I used to go there as a kid in high school and get my hair cut with Mr. Willard Dean, one of the best barbers in Victoria, you know, at that time. And I opened up the shop. Everything was going great, man. I even had my friends Bobby and Roy, who I previously worked with, had their own shops, came down and supported me and showed me love, you know, because that's just the way they are. I'm going to let you know, the barbershops you see right now here in Victoria, most of them all came from Texas Made Faith. All the barbers that we started off together and that one generation, that 1 year, all have their own shops now. You know,
and that's the way it should be.
Yes.
Yeah. But, you know, that goes from Bobby and Roy. They showed great leadership skills, great businessman, you know, and I learned a lot from both of them on how to be a businessman and a barber, you know what I mean? So those guys are pioneers in what they do, you know. But back to the story, I started off, and I had the barbershop going for about a half a year strong, right? And then one day, this guy hit me up on Facebook. Was an old friend of mine from high school. Haven't seen him since high school. Hey, how are you doing? This and that. You know, hey, I'm doing good, man. He was like, hey, man, we're having a men's retreat this weekend. I would love to invite you to go. And I was like, when is it? It starts on a Thursday and ends on a Sunday. I was like, man, I don't know, man, because I just opened my shop. Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays are one of my busiest days.
Yep.
And I was like, I'll let you know. I called my friend Roy, and I was talking to him. I confide in him a lot, you know. He's a man of God, you know. And I started talking to him, and he was like, bro, if you got that invitation, I would say you should go because God will provide. You don't have to worry about that. God's going to provide for you, you know. And I was like, all right, let me think about it. And right when I was told myself that I was going to go, you could say anything that could possibly happen to try to get me from going was happening.
That's the devil working.
And I said, you know what? Now I am going to go.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Either something's going to happen, or something's going to happen that's going to change my life, or I am going to meet somebody that's going to change my life. And so I went, right? And my dad there, my kids, everybody was, you know, had my back on it, you know, were loved for me to go. I remember my kids and my dad and my aunt and my uncle and my godparents, everybody wrote letters for me, you know, how they felt me going, you know, this and that. That first night that I was there, we were there meeting everybody. We had dinner. And I remember being in the church, and we're sitting there just listening to the guy, and all of a sudden I seen like a black little spot on the bottom of my eye. And I'm like, man, what is that? You know, and I didn't pay no mind to it. And then it just started bothering me because I would see it at the bottom of my vision on my right eye. And I was like, man, maybe I need to take these contacts off and put my glasses on. So I went to go do that, right? And I washed my eyes out and just sitting there. I'm like, you know, I didn't pay no mind to it. I just kept focusing on what we were doing there. And I was like, man, tomorrow it'll probably be all right. Next day I woke up, that black spot came up higher. So I could only see from the top part of my vision on my right eye.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, whoa, and I started to freak out. And I had my cousin who went to the retreat. He was on my mom's side. His name is David Ortiz. And he would see me. Like, I'm over there trying to bend my head down, trying to look, you know. He was like, hey, man, are you all right? I'm like, man, something's going on with my vision. He was like, well, let's go talk to the paramedics that were there. So I talked to them and what was going on. The paramedic was like, hey, you know what, man? And he goes, when it comes to vision, it could be very unforgiving. So maybe we should try to take you to an eye doctor to see what's going on. So they took me to Victoria Eye Center. And I got seen. And I was seeing one of the doctors that was there. She came back in. She goes, Mr. Pettis, I hate to tell you this, but you're going to have to send you to Houston to get emergency eye surgery because you have retinal detachment and it's detaching right now at this moment. And if we don't get it on time, you can go blind. Oh, man, I started to freak out. Like, I started to freak out. I ain't going to lie. I started to cry because the only thing in my mind was I ain't going to be able to see my kids.
Right.
And that was the only thing. I wasn't worried about anything else with my kids. And what am I going to do to provide for my kids? Where is that going to leave me with me and my kids? You know? And I called my dad. He came and pick me up. We went to Houston, see a doctor there. I still had to see a doctor. He still had to look at me and then send me to Texas Methodist.
Right.
By the time I got into the emergency room, I had corner, about 5% of vision left on the corner top right of my eye. So they were barely able to save it.
Yeah.
That was the first surgery. Went for a checkup 2 weeks later, it was detaching again. So they had to do another surgery. And mind you, when you do get retinal detachment surgery, they can put like a gas bubble in your eye that holds the retina in place. Right. And
They put
during
oil in
that,
mine.
during that, you have to either be laying face down for 2 weeks and then be on your side, and you can't just get up and move around because you got
to heal.
Yeah, you got to heal. I did that for a month and went back, and it was detaching again. Third and final one that they said they could do. This time they put what they call a buckle inside my eye, a metal buckle that was holding it. Right, and this is the last attempt. They did it, and it worked, and I've been good ever since. But during those times, I also developed glaucoma in my left eye. Then I remember the weekend that it started, it felt like a real bad headache, and it was on a Saturday, and I was like, man, it was hurting so bad. It felt like a migraine, man, and then it was burning, and I couldn't do anything about it. And the Victoria Eye Center was closed. Like, I didn't know what to do. So I just had to take the pain. Like, the pain was so bad, man, I felt like banging my head against the wall. You know what I mean? Finally, Monday morning came, and they took me straight there, even before they opened, and they went in. Well, come to find out, the pressure was so high in the pressure in your eyes is supposed to be in the teens somewhere.
Right.
Mine was up to like
10 to 21.
Mine was up to 62.
Oh.
Right. So this guy had to come in. His name was Dr. Lee. He had to come in, and he brought in like this metal rod that was in this sterile package. And I was sitting in the chair, excuse me, and he said, sit back, don't move. He took out this metal rod and he put it in my eye, kind of like you would put in to release air valve in a tire.
He released that pressure.
He did that, put that metal eye in my eye, pushed something back, and all that pressure relieved. I felt it. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, man, I don't know what you did, but appreciate it. And he told me I had glaucoma. So they gave me some medicine to take, drops and this and that or whatever. Well, the pressure wasn't coming down. It wasn't coming down. They even did a few more surgeries. They put like an implant that hugs the side of the eye with the tube that goes across to let it like drain, right? They put that in.
A stent.
Something got caught. Excuse me. Something got caught in the thing, and they had to do another surgery. Finally, it didn't work, and they said, well, now we're going to have to burn a hole in your cornea. That was horrific.
Sucks. Yes, I've had
Sucks.
that done.
I'm telling you, I was in so much pain. That weekend, the kids went with my dad, and I had to just lay in the dark house. Like, I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to see nobody, nothing. My poor dog Chico was with me the whole time. You know, it was my mom's dog. My mom passed away, and
Chico is a
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua
Of course
Terrier.
he is.
Chihuahua Terrier. He is the kid's brother. I'm telling you.
Of
He
course
grew up
he
with
is.
he grew up with the kids, man. He's 16 years old now, and that dog, he was my mom's dog. That dog get away with murder with my mom. You know, and I just took care of him, you know, ever since. But he was with me there, you know, and it was bad. Then I was still healing from the other surgeries, and during that time, man, the healing, the complete years of healing and recovery from all these surgeries, which was 13 surgeries altogether.
wow.
I would say it was 2 years.
And you're still raising kids while doing this.
Yes. Even though my family would come help here and there, I mean, they couldn't be there every day.
Right.
So even while I had this gas bubbles in my eyes, think of it as you looking through a foggy window.
Yeah.
So that was my vision throughout these months. And I still had to get my kids up, get them ready for school, try my best to cook them something, even though it wasn't supposed to be around heat, you know, whatever, for my eyes or whatever. Hey, my kids got to eat, you know.
Yeah. They're too young
I
to
say
cook
it's like
for
an
themselves.
Instagram
And at
filter.
that time, they were too young, right? But then I started to teach them, you know, the microwave, and then we got an air fryer. I started teaching them that and there, you know. There was
God, I love
times
an air
we
fryer.
were doing bad because even though after I liquidated everything from the shop that I had and a little money that I had saved up and then help from family, it came down to like bare bones before I even got accepted, approved for disability. Because my eye doctor who did all the surgeries says, I'm putting you on there. You don't have to apply. I'm putting you on there. You have kids. You know, you need to raise kids. I'm going to do that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still there's a process.
Yes.
But within that process, man, it was rough. You know, there was times where I lived in Bloomington, like maybe a half a block down, there was a dollar store that we had to like even get change together to go buy some stuff, and the kids will have to hold my hands to walk me to the dollar store and walk inside, and they'll be, Dad, we're gonna get this and get this, and my son was like, okay, Dad, it costs this much, let me do this, and they would pay for everything and hold me by the hand and take me back to the house, you know. And it was rough, but you know what, my kids learned how to get through it. And there's one thing that I'm gonna tell you, man, is that when you're going through a crisis, this is what I've learned from my experience. I can't speak for nobody else, but when your kids see you go through any kind of crisis in your life and they see how you handle it, I believe that that's how they will handle their crisis when they get older.
Let me tell you
Absolutely,
something. What you're basically saying is, and this is, I've been harping about this for all my life, you've taught your children coping skills.
Of course.
And those coping skills will make them better people as they grow older, because life is 90% what happens to you and 10% of how you handle it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Heard that before, haven't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Not one time did I complain and tell the kids that, oh, it's somebody else's fault or this and that or whatever. Like, hey, man, we got to keep moving.
Yep.
You know, I had friends, cousins of mine too, my cousin Erica and other cousins of mine, that they would take me to Riverside to go to church, and I would hold them by their shoulders so they can lead me around and take me to church and pray for me. And, you know, I love those girls, so, you know, to the end, you know, for that. You know, it's just like, and there was Christmas came up that last year, and I didn't know what to do. I'm like, what can I do? I don't know what to do. And I was like, man, my kids ain't going to have nothing. You know, and I felt bad.
Yeah.
They
My
have
aunts-
plenty, trust me.
My aunts got together. I've never been one to ask for anything. I know they
Right.
have stuff for kids or whatever, but I've never been one. I've always grinded for my kids, you know. And my aunts, we got together and we made enchiladas and we sold plates. I made $600, and that was our Christmas.
Nice.
You know,
Man.
and that. And, but you know,
I
what?
didn't get a call when them enchiladas come out.
Well, let me tell you, now he doesn't cut hair, but now he has a meal prep business. So he.
Yeah. Well, I have a degree. I graduate this year in September of 29th. I'm going to have a degree in holistic nutrition and wellness as a nutritionist and a nutritional chef. So, I mean, I've loved to cook for years.
Yeah,
you know,
me too.
you know.
It's
I like
But
good.
I used to meal prep for her.
Yeah.
But the thing about the moral of that story is that even my kids recognized when it comes down to the hustle. Because
Absolutely.
one year, my daughter was like, hey, Dad, I want to buy this. So she wanted something, and my son wanted one of those VRs. And I was like, well, look, Dad can't do it right now. We got bills to pay. When I can, I'm going to get the money together, and we'll get you what you want. Because they did great in school. And I was like, you deserve to be rewarded for the good grades you get in school.
Absolutely.
You know, and I told him, and I've never failed them when it comes to that. You know,
Right,
income tax
right.
came around. Hey, you know what?
Exactly.
Go get what you got and go
Yep.
get what you want because you deserve it.
Exactly.
And when I told my daughter that I forgot what it is she wanted, you know, she was like, hey, Dad, can we just make plates again?
You know
Like,
what?
you know
I
what? You
think.
That's
you
a good
recognize that
mentality,
hustle,
though.
you know what? And
Exactly.
give me some Dad.
That's
you
a
know,
good
Wait a minute.
mentality there.
But
That's-
you got to realize something. You just told me something. Your daughter was dyslexic. Mm-hmm. That is highly dyslexic behavior. I'm all about the shuffle.
Yeah.
Andrew will
Yep.
tell you, man, I will make a buck at a turn of a hat.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how dyslexics are.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a dyslexic child. We are highly motivated individuals.
Yeah.
We're highly intelligent. Everybody calls it a learning disability. That is the biggest
No.
falsehood in the world. Dyslexia is not a disability. It is a supercharge. I find these dyslexic kids around town, and the first thing I tell them is, you're not stupid. Okay?
Right.
Maybe a little
But, you
lazy,
know,
but
it's-
you're not stupid.
It's not the
Yeah.
condition. It's what I tell people a lot of times too. I have diabetes, but diabetes doesn't have me.
Right.
Even though I'm like totally beat up from it, I tell people also I am disabled. I'm not incapable.
Right.
Exactly. And it's how you teach them.
Yes.
If you say, oh my God, my kid is, dyslexic or they have a learning disability, it's how you treat them in that
Well,
disability.
first of all, that I hate the phrase learning disability.
Yes. I was just fixing to say that. I think we're on the
That
same
is
page.
a biggest
If they continue
crap.
listening to you tell that to
Right.
other people, whatever, you're going to embed that in their mind. Oh,
That's
you know,
right.
I'm disabled. I'm
That's
disabled.
right.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tell them, hey, you got this. You know what I mean? You're good.
My one of my half brothers, he was dyslexic, and my stepdad did everything he could to cater to him.
Yeah.
oh well, since he has this, he gets to get the special bus to come pick him up and drop him off.
No.
You know, because he has this, he gets to have the special classes. And it was just like, you're enabling him to be that person. You're
Correct.
not helping
Yeah.
him.
Correct.
So then, you know, he did all this, has the special bus to come pick him up. You know, they have to pick him up right there. At a
Well,
certain-
see,
so
I
then,
rode the short bus, but it wasn't because of my dyslexia.
well, this is what, but
It's
this
because he
is
had to
what-
wear a helmet while he was riding his bus.
But this is what he was teaching him. So then the bus comes
Don't lift
out.
the windows, Rob.
He's like, no, he's not going to get on the bus. You're going to take him to school.
That's right.
And we lived out by Coletto Creek.
Yes.
So then I would take him to school, pick him up, and bring him home. And then the bus would stop coming because he wasn't getting on the bus. So
Absolutely.
then my stepdad would call, hey, no, you have to come whether he gets on the bus or not because this is what you're supposed to do for him.
Right.
And it was just like, you're teaching him how to,
You're absolutely correct.
you know, and it was just, yeah.
And
It's
see,
how
I
you
had that
teach your
problem
kids.
when I'm a boomer. Okay, I'm an old fart. When I was one of the first generations that they came out and found out about dyslexia, so they pulled me off into out of class for a week and tested me, and came in and handed my mom and dad this book. This is your son, right? And it blew my dad's mind that of my capabilities. After that, I got no special treatment. It was, you got 4 hours of homework where your sister's only got 2 because we're not raising slow people here.
Right.
And after I got done there, I was in the garage. We were doing brake jobs, clutches, you know, oil changes, that kind of crap. We didn't have a shop. We were doing it on our own crap, and we were building our own stuff, right? My dad was probably the best thing that for my dyslexia because he would whoop my butt and tell me I was not stupid, that he understood that I learned differently.
Right.
But my IQ as a kid was just off the charts.
See, my
Your
mom-
daughter's the same way.
My mom would whoop me and say, "You're so stupid."
Well, didn't she call you Tonto?
No. Tonto. Tonto, what do you think? Is it Lone Star Ranger or something?
No, Tonto.
It's Tonto. Tonto.
No, it ain't Hoto.
No,
Wow.
That's the letter J, by the way.
Yes,
That's
yes.
the letter J.
You know what? But I can tell you this: that my daughter is very, she's a visual learner. She picks
Yes.
up on things real quick.
Oh yeah.
And I know this because she got she likes to do her own nails too, and she wanted to try to practice doing acrylic nails.
okay.
We got her a kit, right? And I said you can look it up on YouTube on how to do it. Well, she did, and she was in her room for a while, and I told her close that door because I can
You
stand
smell
that
it?
smell.
Smell,
right?
yeah.
And she came back, and she had done both of her hands.
I might have
And
to get you to do mine.
she picks up like so. We look
That's
on we're on
dyslexics.
back and forth sharing TikTok videos when it comes to braiding and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I was told I'll look up a design or something. I'll be look, try that. You
And
think
she
I can do
does
it, Dad? Yeah, you can do it. Try it. And she'll sit over there in the room because I got her a mannequin doll and everything. Got her
Yeah.
everything she needs because I'm trying to get her to focus on that.
And you know-
she comes back and she did it because you know what?
There
In the
you go.
state of Texas, you do not have to have a license to braid hair in the shop.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
No,
Oh, wow.
Just
she
braid
can
hair?
be 12 years old, and I can take her to one of my homeboys who have a shop. Be like, "Hey, Raina can braid. Yeah, let me see. Okay, put her to work."
There you
Yeah.
go.
And all she has to do is pay booth rent, or
That's
I can
it.
set something up at the house.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I think is going to be the best thing for her.
I think
yeah.
the booth rent's a better idea.
Yeah,
Because then she learns,
yeah,
you know,
then she learns
financial.
I think
business,
booth rent.
financial
Well,
stuff.
see,
Yeah.
here's the deal. Doing it at home, that teaches her home and business.
Yeah.
There's a break there.
Yeah.
So, and then she goes to work. And so you teach that work ethic.
Right.
It also
Yeah.
gets like
Yeah.
an ROI type mentality
Well,
started
and see,
too.
Raina is
I'm going to
also
tell you what,
she's-
you're going to find out she's going to be sitting on the edge of the bed with her shoes on and ready to go.
Ready to go.
yeah,
And she's going to be pushing you out the door.
Exactly. yeah.
Hey,
That's
but
the
you
way
know
it
what?
was with me.
she's a people's person. She
Yep.
loves everybody. So I
She
think
is.
she's
All-
gonna be
we all
she's gonna
are.
be great,
That's-
man, with customer service.
So-
Anybody
You know?
who knows me knows that I am a social butterfly.
Yeah, and that's the way she is too, and that's what's gonna make her
Wonderful.
wonderful, and have
What's
a
the
lot of
matter, Andrew?
clientele.
This time.
Do what?
Time.
We got about a minute and a half.
Yeah.
So when I first met Raina, Israel had cut my hair short. He did the design and everything when I shaved my head. She sat there and talked to me the whole time.
Absolutely.
before I got on the chair after, and she was like, "Why did you want to cut your hair like that?" I was like, "I just."
Well, that's the first thing I asked you when I met you too.
Yeah, I gave her
I
her
looked at
first-
him. I said, "Oh my God, he married doorknobs."
The people that do
Well,
the
I
best
gave her her
business
first
are talking.
mohawk. And
Yeah.
so
Oh.
she told me she wanted the mohawk. I was like, the faded mohawk? No, I wanted shaving the design. And then she had it for a while. And then one day I seen her on social media, took it all off. I was like, what are you doing?
Well, hey, I got to stop us here for a minute. Thank you all for listening to us. This has been a wonderful show. I have had more fun than a barrel of monkeys. Barbara Brazil, the queen of talk radio, has been listening to us the whole time. She says,
ma'am.
great show, love the story. And if you've got Barbara Brazil's approval, you're in. She is amazing. I'll tell you about her when we get off the air.
Hey guys, go like, share, subscribe at the Mandate Show TX on all the social medias. Find us there. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Facebook.
Yep. Thank you to the radio station 95.9 for allowing us to do this. We love this show and we love doing it and we love listening. We are looking for a couple of sponsors, so if you guys want to advertise with us, by God, jump in. Give us a call. We'd love to do your advertisement for us, and that helps us keep this show going. So we'll see you next Saturday. And Andrew, love you, my brother.
Love you too. It's menudo time.
Ew.